In this video, we're going to talk about a nutrient that you're missing that is absolutely essential for all these things we're about to talk about. Hair, skin, nails, IQ, literally of you, your children, anyone that you care about in your life. This is an essential nutrient, and I find that it's so overlooked that I had to shoot a video about it. So here we go. The essential nutrient for, and let's say we could say weight loss here, we could say thyroid function, but let's say thyroid health. And you might be saying, like, what is thyroid? Where is that? Like, some of you are like, oh yeah, I got this. Like, I know where that is. It's a butterfly-shaped gland, and it's right here at the base of your neck, right? And why is it essential? How is it related to weight loss? Well, and how do I improve it, right? So thyroid is essential because between the thyroid and the adrenals, we make 98% of the energy in our body that you have to do all the things you want to do in life, whether it's working and not feeling like you have, just brain fog that's debilitating, or if it's going to the gym. I mean, how are you going to get in shape and really get ripped, get the body that you want, or have the mind that you want? I mean, they work together, right? The mind doesn't want to be in a body that is unhealthy. So that mind will want to check out. That mind will want to eat things to get that hit of dopamine. That mind will, what else? That mind wants to check out and watch TV. That mind wants to do anything except the goals deep down, the purpose deep down that you have, that you want to bring forth, right? So this is essential. So thyroid, I know for some of you is like, oh yeah, I know exactly what that is. Others, you're like, that seems a little vague, to be honest. So what I'm trying to do right now is really paint a picture of how this ties in and why it's so important. So thyroid health, right? You can read that. The number one nutrient for that, something that in a study of 6,000 people, 96%, some of which were taking this nutrient, they were low in it. They're found to be deficient, right? That's a word you'll hear me mention a lot if you watch any of our videos at Upgraded Formulas. So this nutrient is actually iodine. And a lot of people go, oh, wait, so if it's in my salt, right? 9 milligrams is not enough, or 9 micrograms is not enough, rather. And you don't want to eat iodized salt, it turns out. So you're like, wait, you're telling me two different things. I don't get why you're saying one thing and it seems like you're saying the other. So what you really need is you need to take good quality sea salt. Most people need some of that in their water, but you need to be testing your levels. We can talk more about that later to understand, like, where am I at before you're like megadosing anything, frankly, including right now, a lot of people are saying take vitamin D. Again, topic for another time, but anything that you're taking a lot of without testing is a really bad idea. Just remember that as a concept, because there's just no, I mean, think about it this way. Imagine you're driving your car and you turn your wheel and you want to go left and you turn left, but then you don't straighten out the wheel. You don't turn it back right. You end up in this place that is nowhere where you plan to be. You end up going in a circle, one big circle. So we want to prevent that from happening, and that's why testing is a big focus of what we do. But what are some ways, is a question I get asked a lot. What are ways, how do I know, just in my body, how do I know if I'm low in this thing? If you're low in this essential nutrient, which is going to help you with thyroid health, it's going to help you with metabolism, which a lot of people hear this and they go, all right, so metabolism, what is that really? Well, just think of it as your ability to lose weight or weight loss, right? And that's just your basal rate of how many calories you can eat, how many fudge brownies, I'm kidding. Hopefully that's not the first food that comes to mind for you, but how many things you can eat without just piling on weight, without slowing down your mind. Yeah, having a healthy metabolism is certainly something you want, and having really good thyroid health, again, that gland going back, to the base of the throat right here, we want that gland to be able to produce the hormones that it needs to produce, right? So, what do you think are the building blocks, the constituents of those hormones, right? So we have T3, T4, we have a signaling hormone called TSH. There's more, but let's just think of that. So iodine becomes, or allows you to make more of these, and there's other nutrients that allow you to not allow the cells in your body to receive this thyroid hormone. So all of this works in concert. We'll talk about some of these others in another video, but something else about iodine. Iodine is also really, really awesome for absorbing phosphorus. So phosphorus, you have this thing in your body, you have a Ca to P ratio. It's calcium and phosphorus. Well, iodine helps you absorb both of these guys, right? Guys, girls, whatever they are, however they identify, these nutrients right here, this is really key for your metabolism. Yeah, I know, it's all connected. It's pretty amazing. This is just the chemistry of the body. And I found this really, really interesting when I was studying chemical engineering. I started to understand these connections. I started to understand the connections between the periodic table and our body. And it's so essential. It's really inspiring when you start to think, wow, if I could just understand how these elements work together. I mean, this is what we're made of. This is what the entire planet we're on, the entire solar system, as far as we know, is made of. And to the extent that we ignore this or that we don't understand this, we suffer. We suffer because our energy levels aren't what they need to be, or we don't have enough of the nutrients that keep us naturally calm. And we'll talk about those in another video. So speaking of, right now, if you haven't already, write something, tap like and subscribe, but the other thing I'd really like to know, I really would like to know this, is what other video ideas would you like to see? Because we'll be putting out a wave of videos similar to this on different nutrients that I get questions about all the time. Our nutritionists get questions about all the time. And I see them come up again and again and again and again. And part of it is, this is a lot of info to remember, right? It's a lot to keep in your head, especially if you're not seeing it every day, you're not talking about it, but it is essential. So somehow you want to remember it, and you want to understand not only this, which is super interesting, but you want to understand the related things that we will have to say for another video. So let me know, is it nutrients that calm you? Is it, it could be anything. Other things for weight loss, it could be other things for cognitive function. But let us know. So, a couple more things. So we talked about this. We talked about how iodine helps you absorb calcium and phosphorus, and how that plays a role in your metabolism. In fact, I can tell what someone's metabolic rate is by measuring through testing, specifically with hair, what this ratio is telling me. Whether it's high, whether it's low, whether it's just right, which is rare. Everyone needs a little bit of adjustment. You see people that can't gain weight. They're super, super thin. They may break bones easily. There's reasons for all of this, and it's super fascinating. It's endlessly fascinating to me. And it's always changing because we're always manipulating the nutrients we're taking in and the activity it's letting us have, right? So in some cases, you'll have, you'll get your health dialed in, you'll get your results, you'll make some changes, and then your energy increases, and then what happens? Well, then you start some activity. You either pick up a hobby, now you're rock climbing, or you didn't have the time or the energy, you said, to date, now you're dating. Now you're going on vacations, you're traveling. All of this then, of course, causes us to expend more energy, right? So then, of course, we have to test again and see where we are with these nutrients, what our metabolic rate is, what our glucose sensitivity ratio is. All of these things start to play in. But this is really essential. I think more people should put more of a focus on this key nutrient. And there are others, certainly, for thyroid health. But you can see through what is now just a messy diagram, you can see how important this plays in and how one thing leads to another. So I hope this is super valuable. The one other thing I wanted to mention is that iodine is really amazing for skin. You can see this, hair, and nails. So, whether whether this is a focus or not, no one complains when their hair, skin, and nails look better than they did, right? The other thing is mood. Mood and just to touch on this real quick. So why is this? How is this? Well, iodine helps you absorb silica. Silica is pretty amazing. And I mean, silica helps reduce pain for some people too. But again, you want to absorb it, right? You don't want to just take it. And this is what I've talked about for years now, is you don't want to just take something, you want to actually utilize it, right? So whether it's calcium, whether it's phosphorus, whether it's silica, these things are essential. And they're essential for more than just this. A couple bonuses. We talked about thyroid function, cold hands, cold feet. That's another way you know in your body, am I cold all the time? That's probably a thing. The other thing is maybe you're not breathing and you're not getting that blood flow to your extremities. Whether you're excited or nervous or whatever it is, that's a sign. Another bonus is just a background sense of nervousness all the time. That's iodine deficiency. The other thing is mood. Mood is so dependent on iodine. And we can go into why that is, but these are just some things to think about when you're thinking about what should I supplement? What should I not supplement? What am I pretty sure I'm low in? So, hope this was helpful. Tap like, tap subscribe, and let me know, like I said, in the comments, what you thought of this, but more importantly, what you want to see more of, if this was helpful. And share it with someone. If you found it helpful, you probably know someone else that did too. Thanks.